So mkakaa siku ngapi ndio mkaenda Zanzibar?
So immediately I came back, I felt sick. I was admitted, and when the mom came to visit, according to the mom, she felt like I'm sick because you're not gone for the honeymoon. That was her statement. Actually, you know, I think ni stress your honeymoon.
We can make it.
Actually, we booked our honeymoon in my hospital bed.
We can make it.
Yeah.
For you.
For you, if that is what will make you feel better. And they didn't know that it wasn't even going to make me feel better.
Why were you sick?
I was just sick.
You were stressed? Overwhelmed?
I was overwhelmed. I was going through a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
So I booked our Zanzibar trip now in hospital bed. In fact, I got discharged at 11. Straight to the airport. We bought new things. Yes.
Attires.
Kila kitu.
Shoes.
Yes.
We have to do this.
And we were traveling and we are not talking to each other.
Now tea.
Yes. In fact, the whole 1 week that we were in Zanzibar, we never used to talk to each other.
What were you people doing?
Kila mtu alikuwa nje yake.
Unapiga picha?
Mimi nikishapiga picha narudi kulala.
Bora Emilly ameona. Emilly si unaona? Oh, this is our day.
My honeymoon, we didn't talk to each other.
The whole week?
The whole week.
Honeymoon?
Yes.
How is Oti's reaction?
Oti is a very calm guy. Oti is just waiting. When are we going back to Kenya? Kwani tunarudi lini? Yeye pia anataka tukurudi. We are not talking to each other.
Mnalala wapi? Because unajua honeymoon lazima
nothing. But our honeymoon nothing.
Kuna picha mmepiga pamoja?
Moja tu, because we had gone for there's something, how is it called? Snorkeling.
Yeah, snorkeling.
And we almost died uko katikati ya maji. So kulikuwa tuna kisirani tu mingi. I still have water phobia because of what happened that day. And now the first 2 days we couldn't even shower because ukisikia shower
unasikia ni kama
unaenda. You remember what unakumbuka the experience you went through in the ocean. So the first 2 days again we are tensed. With what we went through inside the ocean, and
yeah, water body is not that easy.
It wasn't a good space for us. We didn't have fun. Yeah. We were all looking forward to coming back home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who? 1 week.
Yes. Of not talking to each other.
What?
Something happened there that I'm not comfortable talking about.
Let's speak it.
No. No. Some are not for the camera.
Tumemaliza honeymoon. We are coming back to Kenya.
Yes, we traveled back to
Kakamega.
Back to Kakamega.
Back to the same house.
Yes. Then now I resumed work officially, and I said I want to focus on my marriage and make it work. I even got saved. But then you see those women that people go through a lot in marriage before.
You accepted Jesus as your personal savior.
I wanted that marriage to work. And I wanted it to work for people, not for me.
Emilly asione kitu work. Maybe it
had to work, yes.
So you're doing this for the community.
I don't even fast nowadays. By those days, I would fast. I was a serious prayer warrior.
Ukienda church hata Oti anasema.
We would go to church together. Oti is a good man. I wanted to still remember that Oti is a very good man.
Good man.
When he's sober. So we would go to church together, holding hands.
Holding hands?
Yes.
But not talking?
Yes.
Na unampikia?
I'm a very good cook.
Na anakula?
He enjoys my food more than anybody else's food.
Na anakula tena?
Vizuri. Chakula huwezi kula chakula mbili.
Anakula na anakula pia. Okay.
Wewe jua tu alikuwa anakula.
Okay. As long as he was eating, I'm fine. Niko sawa.
Not every food. Yeah.
Okay.
Kuna diet ilikuwa inatolewa.
Okay.
Mboga saa zingine inatolewa.
Nyama itolewi.
Nyama inatolewa.
Okay.
Yeah.
So umekaa for how long?
Hapo tumeshafika around 4 months. Hapa 4 months pia tumeshakasirikiana, nikaenda kwa mama yake. Her mom was she was a good mom. She was a good mom. So saa zingine nimekasirika, nimeenda kukaa Kisumu
kwa mamake.
Saa zingine yeye pia ameniwachia nyumba, amerudi kwa mama. Oti was a mommy's boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ukienda kwa mama nakwambia, unajua most of the time sisi
you know mothers, mothers are mothers.
My kid.
Kila mtu na mtoto wake.
My kid.
You don't expect my mom to choose anyone over me.
I know.
Yeah, so in as much as she listen to you, oh that's so bad.
That's so bad, I'll talk to him.
Ukipiga tu kona.
Unajua msana ananisumbulia utii.
Huyu msana ndo anasumbua.
Na hizo pesa zake tudogo nadhani
amefika. And that was a problem. I think they were not. I was an empowered girl. And Oti was in business. Small businesses here and there with the family. And I used to feel like Oti used to feel intimidated by me a lot. And you see, that is just who I am. You met me when I was this powerful.
Ulikuwa una foot bills zenye hata Oti anafeel hapana.
Bills I left. There are bills. You know when you're married, I really don't know if I'm a good wife material, but where I come from, in my mother's house, my mother buys food. We don't miss food in that house. Whether she's broke, whether dad left money
or not,
we must eat. So that is the same thing I carried to my house. Yeah, because that is what I saw my mother do. We always had food in the house. And not just food. I would not lie that there's any day I saw my mother just cook ugali and skuma. So that's the same thing I would do. Yes. I would make sure food is in the house. I would make sure my house looks beautiful because I like good things. If I see a recliner seat somewhere that I like, I will buy. See, we are one. Yeah,
this is our house.
Any bill that I used to pay was a bill that I felt is not bad to pay for, you understand? And I think they were not cool with it. Yeah.
Alikuwa anataka yeye ndiye anafanya kila kitu.
But if he's not doing, and because unaona hata nyumba yangu ndogo hii, unaona venye najaribu.
It's nice. I just
like good things. Yeah.
Neat things
and beautiful furniture.
I see.
Yeah, I love myself so much. Every picture has a story.
I know.
Yeah. Something must have happened on that day. Yeah, I love pictures.
So Oti alianza to feel intimidated at what point?
He used to feel intimidated because maybe I have done this and I not.
Which are these things? Maybe we can quote one. Maybe I used to maybe buy food every day.
Yes, I used to buy food, and because I will not ask you for money to buy food. I believe it's my responsibility.
But as a wife, you know, men maybe wanataka umuombe pesa.
Pesa ukiomba inaleta shida.
Hapo anapeana ukiomba.
Hata akipeana itakuwa imekuja na maneno mingi.
Anaongea before atoe.
Yeah.
Okay, so you decided to stop.
So you just say, let me do it.
After all, you are only two.
Yeah, we were just two.
And kama inika quarter, itatosha.
And you quarter just buy good food. Just let people enjoy their meals. Wacha tu mtu akule ashibe. Si kesho pia ni siku, ikibaki we'll do tomorrow.
Wewe uko naongeti, wewe ni mwanamume,
hutaki
nini, blah blah blah.
Let me tell you, I really respect men a lot. That is one thing people don't understand with me. Men say I'm bossy. I'm not bossy. I'm just a lady who speaks her mind. When something is wrong, something is wrong. And we have to talk about it. Why would you do something wrong and then we ignore it?
You assume.
Why would we assume?
The moment you assume it
when you assume,
it piles.
These things pile up. And now that is where most of my relationships end because of me talking about
the problem.
Yeah. Men don't like being questioned. And at that age also, I really wanted to question a lot. I wasn't a saint in that marriage. I wasn't a saint. But I believe if I'm not cheating, if I'm not being then I'm just being a good wife. I'm just a good wife.
You're my man. I have to ask
my
you.
man, I have to question, why are you coming home late? Who are you with? Yeah.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Why didn't you let me before?
Yes.
Because I need to know.
So those are questions that he really wasn't comfortable with, and that is where most of our fights would start. And yeah, so much happened, a lot. Yeah.
Hadi nini kafanyika at the end?
What I knew, my marriage, in my head, that marriage was done, in my head. So remember I told you I was doing it for people. I was just waiting.
Sasa bado unateseka, lakini bado unataka tu akina Emilly wasijue ninateseka. Bado unateseka tu.
Yeah.
Bado kuna kupigana ama tu hizo sababu.
Actually, it's the fights that were bad. It's the fights that were bad. He was abusive in every... He was abusive emotionally, physically, and financially. He was abusive, and verbally was worse. He would tell you things that would really prick you so bad. Yeah, and these are things we really don't move away from. They bite us for a very long time. Yeah.
So ukikumbuka maybe alisema nini ilikufinya dike kufa?
The things I can't say.
Maybe one. Unasema hivi vile nilisikia. Nikasema hapana, hapa hakukaliki.
One that
because
I would say
kitambo like you stayed even though alikuwa nakupiga.
Yeah.
But you stayed.
I did.
Ni nini ikakufanya ukatoka? Because now it must be so bad.
Do I really need to say this? What anichongo when I say what? The bad things that he used to... One that really pinched
your
me
heart
was, you know me, I didn't marry you. It's my mother who married you. Yeah. You're my mother's wife. Yeah.
Okay.
That beat, that was so deep.
That was so unfortunate.
That was so deep, and I like, okay,
I'm not with you.
Okay.
I need to be with your mother.
Yeah. So, and of course there are reasons why he was saying that. Myself, okay, Oti and I met through the mother. Yes. It was a kind of...
You knew
I knew the mother before. So the mother used to like me a lot.
I know, I understand.
Lot. And she kept on telling me, you know, one day my son would marry you. And I used to brush. I used to brush out. And in Luo, it gets into you. And one day you give in. You're like, okay, ma'am, let me meet this son of yours that you keep on mentioning. And then we meet and we kind of think we click. And yeah.
Ile first sight tuliona nayo Oti na yeye alikunoki.
We did have a good connection on our day one, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So if we didn't connect, we wouldn't get married. Yeah, we hatungefika place tulifika.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you're here 4 months after wedding. You still have a lot of ups and downs, and you're still struggling to stay in this marriage.
Yes, I did for 9 months.
For 9 months. Yeah. Then you said enough is enough.
You see, when you're not okay back at home, you become unproductive too in the office. Yes. Because every day you're coming with a black eye. Tomorrow you're limping.
You are beaten.
So everyone is asking you every day what is happening. You're also tired of lying to people because people know. Black eyes, people just know. You cannot be falling every day. Yeah, so people know. They just don't want to make you feel like they know. But at some point you feel like, everyone knows my story, and now it was I kind of slipped into depression. Yeah.
If you call him,
he doesn't pick calls.
So you're here alone.
Yes.
If you call the mother,
I'll
talk to him.
And she would rush the next day. The mother tried. Yeah, she did.
The mother tried. Yeah. She really wanted the best for you.
She wanted the best for her son. Yeah, so she felt I was the best one for the son. Yeah.
So you stayed for 9 months?
I did for 9 months. I remember we dated for a month.
Now you stayed for 10 months.
My dating plus marriage didn't even get to a year. I I tell my friends that and they laugh at me.
It's funny.
And I think that's the longest ever I've been in a relationship.
You don't believe in in
I do, but I just don't get.
Okay, 9 months.
Yeah.
Then you said enough is enough.
I said enough is enough. And
You called your mom? Or your
I didn't
dad?
call nobody. When you are leaving, you don't call.
Another embarrassment.
When you call, you're not going anywhere.
Huh?
That's what I learned. Every time I made calls, I wasn't going. In fact, my mom was used to
Wewe zako zitaisha tu utaanza kukaa hapo.
Because when we used to meet eye to eye when he's drunk. Ni kama pombe yake haikuwa inanitaka tu. When he's drunk, I used to irritate him so much. But when he's sober, he'd be like, "Any babe, mimi nilikwambia hivi. Babe, nimeacha pombe." Pombe nafanya naambia bibi yangu sitaki pombe.
Na ukisikia tena umebembelezwa babe.
Na angeacha siku 2.
You guys are good.
Siku amerudi. Hey. So I had started baking. Because now utaki akupate kwa kitanda. Ataanza and he used to tell you things that would make you respond. You know the way someone pinches you. Yani anakudunga kwa ile wound, kidonda inauma sana. Paka useme ukifanya tu hiyo bas
imeanza.
So I was tired of running to the other bedroom because when I ran to the other bedroom also it brings issues. So I would lock myself and then he used to go into a serious deep sleep. Akisha lala, amelala. So I would bake namaliza and then
Unabekia nani cake?
No one, nobody. Everyone used to, I used to give anyone cake. Yeah, because sasa nimezibeka alafu. I started selling now cupcakes kwa ofisi. Niko job lakini place tulikuwa kuna many offices. So I started hawking cakes. Because nimezibeka zimejaa. Hakuna mtu wa kupea. Yeah, and until one day one of my friends was like, "Hey, bake for me a birthday cake." And that was the beginning of my business. Because when she posted it, I got so many orders from it. Yeah.
Sasa wewe ni kama to avoid other problems, wewe ujipatie kazi.
Baking was therapy for me. Yeah,
because you have to focus. You
have to focus.
It was so involving.
Yes, it was so involving, and it was a getaway. Like, let's go home. I'm not going home. I have a cake to bake. Because you're home, we are just going to fight. Yeah,
much.
Everyone is even tired of your fights. So now when Saturday comes, tunaenda Nyakach. I'm like, niko na order. It was just a way of avoiding him.
Angeenda peke yake?
Yeah, he would go. I loved going home, so he would just go alone. Yeah.
Kikazi, ulikuwa unafanyaje kazi?
It was bad. Everyone noticed I'm not okay, and now I was late with so many submissions. I couldn't submit things on time. I couldn't do my reconciliations on time. Requisitions, because I'm always stressed, I'm always worried, I'm always praying. I was always praying. So
prayer girl.
I tried.
At that age.
I tried. Yeah, I tried.
So
one day I just woke up. That day that he came and provoked me, for the first time, you know me, I don't wash clothes. Even in my house, me, I don't wash clothes. Because I told you where I come from, I never used to work. If I must wash those clothes, I will just pay someone to wash them. That day I woke up and washed clothes. His clothes. And made his breakfast. And went to the shower and left like I was going to work.
Left.
With a small bag. I didn't carry nothing. I carried nothing. I left everything. And when I say everything,
you mean everything?
Everything. Some that I don't even want. Even my certificates. By
you
the way.
left?
Yeah.
Ukaenda job ama wewe ukaenda
tu? Na nikafika job na nikatoka tu. Nikaacha kazi.
Hivyo tu?
Yes.
Haukuambia boss, you didn't even tell your
Sikusema anything. I did a resignation now later.
After how long?
After a month.
Where were you when?
I went somewhere and locked myself somewhere for some time.
Locked yourself?
Yes.
In a room?
In a room. In a friend, somewhere too. Room.
Within Kakamega?
Within Kakamega. Switched off my phones and yeah.
So after locking yourself in a room for a month or for a week, ukatoka?
Yes. No one knew where I was. Everyone was looking for me.
Your next destination ilikuwa wapi?
Before I left, I had to put my life in order. I had to rethink.
Within that 1 month?
Like what is going to happen? No salary now from next, because now I was actually served with a letter of absconding duty.
Yeah, Shoko's letter.
Yeah, because now you're not going to work.
And you're not communicating?
I'm not communicating. I'm just, and now my parents have been, that uncle that used to call, he was a big guy in CIC, and yeah. So you see, I'm also disappointing him as a dad, and so he just told me one day, instead of absconding, just resign. If you feel like
you can't do this,
just resign. And so many people say I was fired. I wasn't fired. I resigned myself. In fact, I did my resignation at 12 in the night. Yes, and sent it to the HR. Good thing tomorrow by 7 in the morning, I already received my response from the HR. Yeah,
we are fine.
Yes,
it was good to have you.
But of course, there were a few clauses there. Yeah, you know, when so many things that happened. Yeah, no,
they had to let you go.
They let me go, but there were some clauses that I'm not maybe comfortable talking about here. Yeah, but I resigned myself.
So you resigned?
Yeah.
Sasa tunaenda wapi?
So now, each time I was locked in this house, everyone is looking for me. I've switched off my phone. I had to think fast. What next? And what am I good at? What can I do?
What can I do?
Yeah. That's how SB was born. What was born? SB.